Howdy y'all, it's Angela. So you're going to have to forgive the background. My house is just out of construction. It's the way it is. So, I wanted to talk to everybody. There's been a whole lot that's come out in the past 2 days since I've done a video, and I think it needs to be discussed. So, where to begin? Well, geez, where to begin? Sorry. Let's start with all these recent leaks. I think we need to take a look. I know that we're not going to get what we need to satisfy us all, quite frankly, from Durham before the election, and it's very disappointing. I mean, isn't it? It's where to begin on that. But instead of dwelling on that, let's take a look at what's really happening behind the scenes. And this isn't me just, guessing. This is me watching. And I spend a lot of time for you guys so I can watch and sort of put pieces together. First of all, Robert Barnes, who I've mentioned numerous times, he's the one who sort of is blowing the whistle, as it were, on Amy Coney Barrett and some of her more concerning rulings, but we're not going to get bogged down in that today. Robert Barnes is a pretty good constitutional attorney with some really good insights, and he says that he actually spoke with General Barr at the recent Federalist Society meeting where General Barr spoke, and he spoke about some of his frustrations within the federal government and what he's working with. And according to Robert Barnes, General Barr sort of relayed to him that, yes, we've done a really decent job in the past couple of years, 2 years in particular, since he's come on board, cleaning up the top of our federal bureaucracies. However, we still have the minions that are in the trenches that don't want to move a lot of this stuff forward. So he's having a hard time, as is Durham, according to what Robert Barnes says, as is Durham, with getting the minions to move stuff forward. They don't want to seem political. And Barr is now concerned, Durham is now concerned with being political, and that's where you get the pressure from Barr. And I don't doubt it. I mean, this is ridiculous at this point. But Barr conveyed that Durham doesn't want to seem political and his team doesn't want to seem political. To me, that is political. By not moving forward, you're making it political. Tells me more about what they found than what they didn't, doesn't it? If they're concerned about making it political, that means the Democrats are in trouble. That's just my speculation. But so that's what Robert Barnes says. Then you have over at Judicial Watch, you have Tom Fitton, who was recently on Lou Dobbs, and he said he spoke with William Barr, and he's frustrated. He's very frustrated, and he's not been shy about sharing it. Tom Fitton and Lou Dobbs both, actually. But Tom Fitton said that he spoke with General Barr at a recent gathering. It might have been the Federalist Society too, but I don't remember specifically, so don't quote me on that. But he said that General Barr has been frustrated with the lack of progress, and while he supports General Barr on a lot of what he does, he's frustrated, being Tom Fitton, he is frustrated because there's not a lot of follow-through. And I can see that, but again, the minions in the ranks. So here's where this gets interesting, guys. Because what Lou Dobbs sort of pointed out was, wait a minute, we're getting all of these little document leaks. Then you tie this to Flynn. Any of you watched the comings out of the Flynn hearing today? Today is Tuesday, September 28th, 9th, 30th, 29th, something like that. It's the day of the first debate. Anyways, Lou Dobbs pointed out that we're starting to get all of these little document leaks, and that's a way for General Barr to combat the lack of progress from the Durham investigation, is start to get these little leaks. And case in point would be the Flynn hearing. Because what Sidney Powell has been able to do remarkably with continuous and ever increasing importance with what's in the documents, has been to release more and more Brady evidence that she's gotten from the DOJ. Well, where do you think she's getting that from the DOJ? They are feeding her information before the election, to make sure that justice is served to General Flynn, but also to make sure a lot of what they're finding out comes out in public. This is an observation made by Lou Dobbs with Tom Fitton. This is something else that I think Richard Grinnell has been saying when he goes on the various shows. He was on with Maria from Fox Business, and he was saying that it's not just the DOJ and the FBI that had information. We have multiple agencies, guys. We have the Department of Treasury. We just saw that leak with Hunter Biden, didn't we? That they were concerned. So that was a leak. We have the DNI, the National Intelligence. We have Director Radcliffe just released that it was Hillary who was the root of all evil when it came to the Trump collusion hoax, the Trump collusion circle jerk, if you will. And that was in order to cover up some of her document dump information. And I truly believe you can call me conspiracy theorist. I don't really care at this point. We all get called names. But I believe that Seth Rich knew what was going on. He saw it. Because we also know that the data that was stolen from the DNC was also exfiltrated. There was no infiltration. It was an exfiltration of data. So the exfiltration was sent to Assange. Shortly thereafter, Seth Rich is murdered and they claim a robbery, but everything that he owned was still there. Also, Assange, I think we need to look at this for a minute, guys. Grinnell is pivotal in the extradition hearings and what's going on with Assange. And I just want to pause. Perhaps we're looking at this wrong. I think we maybe need to look at this differently. I don't know. This is purely speculation, but let's think about this for a moment. I think we all know. And how is it that you, me, and any rational American who believes in our Constitution and our Bill of Rights sees this? But Richard Grinnell, Donald Trump, DNI, Director Radcliffe, Bill Barr, all these people don't see it the same way we do. Does that make a lot of sense? I'm thinking that they want to extradite Assange to bring him back here to testify, but they don't want the other side to know what's going on. They don't want to drop the charges. And it actually might be in Assange's best interest to stay in custody for security measures. Think about that. Who can protect him? Not that they could protect Epstein. I don't know, guys. I mean, there's so much going on. We are living in some really hardcore, serious, like, spy drama shit. This is serious. Sorry, I'm getting high-pitched or no. Anyways, I don't know, guys. I think there's a lot more going on here. So we've got Richard Grinnell. We've got D.I. Radcliffe. We've got Assange. We've got Tom Fitton. We've got Bill Barr talking to people. We've got Sidney Powell with all of this new Brady evidence for Flynn. I think the stuff that I think all evidence is pointing to, they're as frustrated as we are, and they can't get as far as they want to, especially before the election. So they're going to get as much out as they can. What do you think, guys? Seriously, leave a comment. Leave a comment in YouTube or on Rumble just to get some interaction going. Hit the plus on Rumble. Like, share, subscribe on YouTube, Rumble. Do the whole thing. I really appreciate it, you guys. I don't have a job. I don't have a lot going on. I really need an income, and this is what I got. So I appreciate your support. Talk to your kids about politics before someone else does. You should probably make them watch the debates tonight, because if that doesn't scare the hell out of them and make them sort of want to step up and wake up and pay attention to what's going on with their country in the future, I don't know what will. That scary old man, who knows? He may back out at the last minute. I hope he doesn't, because this is date night, guys. I'm going to be very, very angry. This is personal. Oh. Anyways, talk to your kids about politics before someone else does, because you know they will. That's all I got. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate you. I appreciate your support. I've got a new ringy light. What do you think? Anyways, talk to you later, guys.